of the San Francisco Shock. Now, this is the only map, this stage, that the Shock have lost, and they lost it in map 1 to the Shanghai Dragons in the quarterfinals.
Right.
But, and there is a big asterisk on this, the way they lost were the Shanghai Dragons were playing a lot of Pharah and Sombra, which is not something we're likely to see the Titans do. So unless they mimic that style, there may not be a lot of advantage here for the Titans.
And again, we're going to start things off on Gardens here. And this is a point that sometimes presents you with the opportunity to play some DPS heroes. I think we're going to still see the standard 3-3 from each of our teams, but it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, what the Titans can do here.
I'm just very skeptical about this pickup. Obviously, the Titans feel super confident on it, even though it's most likely to be another Reinhardt 3-3 mirror. But this is not the loss that the Shock faced is not the reason why they could lose on this map to the Titans in a 3-3.
Yeah, might be a bit of a misread here from the Titans, but hey, if they can win the map, they can win the map. We'll see what they can do.
I think their coaches know that. They must be confident in other ways.
I would imagine. I don't think you ever lose confidence if you're Titans. You haven't lost a match yet, ever, in Overwatch League. You're not worried now. Here we go. Shock brings the fight to the high ground. Someone's drops down for his own safety. They're going to cede that high ground. Point unlocks in about 5 seconds here. Bumper gets some last-minute healing before they start fighting over this thing, King of the Hill style. Bumper really low. Zarya shield out and Slime the first to fall. All the resources used onto Bumper, and that's going to leave their supports exposed. Shock will take the point first.
Yeah, and they're just going to push them back as well. So very deliberate high ground push there by the San Francisco Shock. Bumper gets chunked out early. Yeah. And, you know, we've talked about this weakness that the Titans have had somewhat in the playoffs is that Bumper has been falling low or dying a lot because of how aggressively he plays. If you can play patiently around him, you can get a lot of advantages. Shock are going to take that advantage right there because even though he wasn't the first to fall, because he was so low, he had to back out, and that created a play onto Slime.
Well, Vancouver going to try to flip it around now, but the advantage certainly going to San Francisco here. They've got the ultimates. Haxall taking so much damage that Transcendence has to come out early, and now Sinatraa drops down with the grab. Easy decision on that ultimate. Bumper tries to go for the counter shatter. He knocks down 2, but Twilight already falls super, comes in with his own Reinhardt ultimate, and that's going to seal the deal. Shock winning that fight. They are already up to 50% out of the 100 they need to take the round.
I mean, Sinatraa is probably the best Zarya, but he's definitely the best high ground Zarya in the league. Loves to take those aggressive positions and those angles. And because there was so much damage coming into the Titans, forced the early Transcendence to keep them up. That meant that Sinatraa had the opportunity just to drop down and grab. No healing behind them. Shock with the easy win. But this is where it can turn, Doa. It's a self-destruct only. Shock need to buy time with the self-destruct to get some other ultimates back online and make sure Summon-Su doesn't get a good grab. They can use it as a counter grab tool. We'll see what Choi decides to do.
Either way, they're going to be in like one fight territory if they lose this to come back and reflip it and win the round. We'll see what happens. It's going to be the grab onto Super here. Causes the sound barrier to come out. San Francisco at the self-destruct. Now Janu gets Super with his. All right, the Titans putting themselves in a pretty good spot to flip this. Put Summon-Su down. Violet with another pick. Are you kidding me? How does he keep finding these? And Janu eats Sinatra's Graviton Surge. That Diva absorbs the Zarya ultimate. That said, the Moth with a big knockoff onto Janu, and Bumper swinging away. He's got the Earth Shatter. He's got the charge onto the Lucio. Easy elim onto Moth, and now as Violet falls, even with Bumper going down as well, they flip the point. They're getting control percent. It was messy, but the Titans have the point at the moment anyway.
I mean, you look at that and you really want that sound barrier back from Moth. There was no self-destruct coming in to really avoid. The self-destruct came in after the sound barrier had faded away, and that resulted in a nice pick for the Titans. So a little bit of miscommunication. The grab and the self-destruct used defensively simultaneously. You don't like to see that if you're a Shock fan.
Indeed. Super walking back in again. 87%, getting closer to the grab. We'll see what he can do. Turning it around, Bumper a bit low. They have to pop the Transcendence to stay alive. Now the self-destruct comes in for Choyabin. The Shock's still on the outside looking in, and that's Susan. Oh, that's a nice shatter from Super.
Can they protect Summon-Su?
I don't know, man. Bumper's got the shield up in time, but Summon-Su is so low, Min-Su right now. Stays alive. Choyabin, though. Oh, and Super gets him with the Fire Strike. Are you kidding me? Okay, you'll take it if you're San Francisco, and you'll also take Bumper with you. And now the Shock are ready to flip this one back. And they're going to do it at 91%. They have almost taken this round.
And
this is basically it.
And how aggressively do you play right now? Super is there with the Earth Shatter. They're just going to play on the point. Looks like Slime is still
you're not
there.
Gonna get it. That's it. That's their end of the round. Shock should be able to handle these respawns. Twilight going to delay it a bit. You know, that does give time for Janu to come back in again. Nice knock up on the Wrecking Ball. Swapping heroes there. Bumper gets a 3-man shatter. They lost Twilight. I don't know if they can turn this one around, though. It would take a miracle. The Titans to win the 5v6 with Somansu down. That's not going to be enough damage. The Shock have basically guaranteed the round at this point. Janu a little bit low here. Bumper going back in again. The Titans not giving this one up without a fight, but there goes Bumper. The Shock just eventually cleaning out the respawn. Slime as well, and that'll be it. San Francisco Shock take the round. They're gonna take the early lead here on Oasis, and I guess we gotta say goodbye to our ABC audience, so goodbye. Enjoy your Meat Sports TV land. We'll see you next time on the Overwatch League. All right, well, hey guys, it's just you and us now. It's just you and us on our other broadcast platforms. There we go, still on ESPN News, still on Twitch TV. And if you're in the arena, you're still with us in person, which in my opinion is the best place to watch the Overwatch League.
It is pretty sick.
That's right, definitely. So, the Shock taking round one here on Oasis. Titans trying to tie this series up, but I gotta say, the risky playstyle of the Titans works against pretty much everybody. But today, it's not working so well against Shock.
And this is the creme de la creme of the Overwatch League right now, and it is playing out. Shock put themselves 1 point away from taking Oasis. They're going to try and take this high ground with the Reinhardt. Unusual, and they're going to drop down.
Yep.
Point is unlocked right now. They're trying to get that first control. Titans are going to challenge it.
And we'll see what they can do. Hawksaw a little bit low here.
Sinatraa very low, has to take cover.
Yeah, that is correct. Bumper using the opportunity to swing forward here a little bit. And it's a standoff on the point. Either team wanting to give ground. Twilight and no doubt Violet on the other side looking for picks on that Zenyatta.
We're so low on that mech. They're going to have to back off behind cover again.
That's right.
Titans, though, can't take the aggressive angle just yet. Twilight already with the Transcendence, but Violet nearly there as well.
Indeed. We'll see who pops those ultimates first. It's kind of a game of chicken and Super down. Oh, the tank out of the way, and now Vancouver Titans, they get to fight that 65. They're trying to dedicate the grab to this, but Bumper there with the shield. I don't know, man. It does force out the Transcendence from the Vancouver side at least, but now with Rascal down, the Titans in a magnificent position. They have won the fight, and they did not need to use their Graviton Surge to do it.
Yeah, and that's the big one, Doa, because there is no trance now, because Violet used it just a split second too late, and that caused Super to fall. They were trying to get the maximum value out of that Transcendence. While on the other side, Super with the Graviton Surge, they're going to have to use the sound barrier to defend against Somansu's grab now. It's going to be real tricky here for Shock on the retake. Maybe they can get an epic shatter from Super.
Right. Super at half health, though. They need to give him a little bit of healing before he gets aggressive here. They're going to catch him in the Graviton Surge. Super looking for a chance to counter Shatter. Not going to find it. Just had to hold that shield since the self-destruct was coming in as well. Now Super swinging away. Ooh, he wants to flank. He wants to get that Earth Shatter. Coming from behind, and he finds it. That's going to be a big one on a Twilight. Easy kill there for Sinatraa. Super just making the plays now, but Bumper responds. Nobody knocked down with that Shatter, though, so it will be Shock flipping this point. Just a great heads-up play from Super. That's why he's one of the best.
And you can see the mind games there. Super shatters, and because you see Bumper thinking he's going to charge, so he charges perpendicular to him.
Yeah.
But he doesn't take the bait. That's the mind game right there. He's not actually charging. The rest of his teammates are coming around the other side. There's no barrier. There's no barrier there for the rest of his teammates. That becomes a team fight win for the San Francisco Shock.
Well, Slime and Twilight have their support ultimates at least, but it's not going to take very long for Moth to equalize, so San Francisco in a good position to defend this for a while, as long as they don't lose anybody. Well, Sinatra's got the grab.
Yeah, we're on board with Sinatraa right now, waiting for him find that opportunity to use the Graviton Surge. But San Francisco Shock, they just want to play defensively and milk all the percent they can.
Yeah.
No bubble right now. Have to back off right now. Bubble for Sinatraa only. Has his ally bubble now.
Just got to worry about Janu eating that Transcendence. They're going to get caught in their own Transcendence instead. That's a shatter onto Bumper here. San Francisco trying to equalize. Twilight uses a Transcendence to keep his tank alive. Now the grab comes in from Sinatraa. Sound barrier from the Titans as they give their team the extra
so
shield.
Low.
He's still alive for the moment, though. Janu self-destructed. Sinatraa, he gets caught. He didn't have the bubble. He didn't have the self-shield. But the Zarya on the Titans side goes down too.
That was a great play by Hoxall. He zoned him into a corner knowing he didn't have the bubble up, and that forces the self-destruct kill. Fight continues apace.
Bumper nearly has another shatter here. If he can live long enough to use it. Gets a duck back around the corner. Shatter time. Oh, Gatwin gets blocked though, and he is down. San Francisco.
Sinatra's here on the Sombra, wants to close this out.
I think they will.
Get as fast as he can, and it looks like they're going to.
I think they will. 90%, and the Shock close out this fight. Sinatraa gonna get himself about halfway. Maybe more.
I love that swap. I love that swap because you can clean this up and get an EMP to make sure you close.
Yeah.
You get there faster.
Very good. Very solid. And it's just clean up. All the respawns coming in for the Titans, and they're not going to be able to turn this fight around. And that is going to be the second control map this series that the San Francisco Shock have won 2-0.
And that's huge, Doa.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, if we go the distance on this one,